I've recently done some research on parent-child dynamics and mainly looking into how a child's upbringing has an effect on their ability to love in the future. And once I started to understand this topic, I really started to understand why a lot of my past situations, relationships with women didn't really work out. I realized that the healthy love that I was trying to give them was very alien to them, and that's not really something they really understood. And in turn, they really started to resent. That's because almost all of the women from my past grew up in either fatherless or toxic households, and one that didn't promote a very healthy love. So that toxic love that they've gotten since they were very young, since they were a child, was all they were accustomed to. And the thing about these people is they continue to chase what they're accustomed to. They continue to value this toxic love because they don't take the time to work on themselves and start loving themselves first before they get into a relationship with somebody else. Which in turn transfers that trauma that they receive to the person that they're with in the relationship. And I feel like this is especially prominent with women and has the most effect on them. Now, I'm not saying these women are lost causes or that they're not well suited enough to get a healthy love from somebody. I'm just saying it'll take them a little bit longer before they're ready for that type of love, because they need to take time to love themselves, to learn how to love themselves first before they're ready for that from anybody else. Unfortunately, for a lot of these women, by the time that comes, it's already too late because they've already done a lot of shameful things that most men would not respect. So in turn, this leads to a consistent cycle that has an effect on our society, especially nowadays. And I hate to say it, but this is a very strong problem in the Black community. Not just with the Black community, it's with everybody. Most people nowadays are experiencing and working off some type of trauma that they experienced within their childhood. That's why dating, that's why all relationships and stuff is so nowadays. That's why there is very little healthy love, very little healthy relationships, and toxic nature between men and women is just continuing to increase. Because people are continuing to contribute to this cycle, and nobody's really taking the time to love and understand themselves and work on themselves. They're just continuing to build a damaged relationship, pop out kids, have a damaged household, which in turn leads to a damaged child. And then they go out in the world and do the same thing their parents did. And you already know where I'm going with this. This is all a problem because of this casual sex lifestyle that we have now in this sexual liberation movement. No truly healthy, high-value person is going out there casually having sex with a bunch of people. Because if you truly valued yourself, if you truly had standards, you wouldn't have many options anyway. And I know it's a thing about when you become like a higher value person, especially a higher value man, you have more options. But as a man, if you're truly higher value, you would have the standards because those options aren't good for you. Majority of the people nowadays are low value and still have this inherent trauma that they're still dealing with. So you as a healthy person should not be having that type of person come within your life. You should know how to weed out all of those things, because a high value person will only pursue high value people. And the high value people nowadays is to a very, very minimal amount. So you will not have a bunch of options. You will not have a high body count. You will not be doing all of that because you don't have the options for that. And all of that is just another reason why these modern beliefs are continuing to destroy our society. Because not only is it leading to damaged households and fatherlessness, it's leading to reoccurring trauma within generations and continuing to pass it down. So, if you don't take anything that I've said from my video, take this. If you're not planning on having a kid, please go about the preventative measures to prevent yourself from having a kid. Stop contributing to the increase with childhood trauma, with parents passing down trauma to their kids. Read and understand what it means to be a good parent. Majority of parents nowadays have not even read or done any type of research about what it is to be a good parent. please do that research and please understand what you're getting into before you decide to get into it. And as always, only allow people into your life who have the same values and standards as yourself. If you consider yourself a high value person, don't continue to surround yourself with low value people or people who are going to bring you down. I appreciate you guys for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Weezy out of here.
I want my diamonds on fleek. I want protect for lean. Yeah. I want big ball on my teeth. Yeah. I want my ice on Netflix. Yeah. Cuffing these hoes on free.